Alright, so I'm going to show you the walkthrough of the Lenormand reading that I did for the New York mayoral election, which was pretty accurate. And the part that I did not post in the reading was what the cards that I got for Andrew Cuomo when I asked the same question about him. So first I'm going to show you what the cards that I got for Zohran Mamdani, which you already can see in the reading. Because of the nature of that reading, I had to keep it on behind a paywall because I was getting a lot of unwanted attention that I didn't really want, and to like kind of delete people manually. So I had to put it behind paywall because the trolls and everybody, I know people are not gonna be would want to pay money to kind of troll me. So that's the whole purpose. Anyways, so I'm gonna show you the cards that I got for Zoran, and then I'm gonna show you the cards that I got for Andrew Cuomo and how that is so clear. And this is the way if you are interested excuse me, if you are interested in learning how to read Lenormand, because Lenormand is a very accurate system to predict things like this. This is kind of like a practice way of see how Lenormand really talks. It's very different than tarot. So for starters, I'm going to show you the cards that I got for Zoran. So he was represented by child because he's a younger person, and I think we got the dog. I think we got the dog for him in the middle. This was my focus card, so I think it was talking about the loyalty and the base here. And then on the two sides we had key, and we also had the Stork, which is Stork is a very important card when it comes to like if you're asking for the next level or something like elevation to that. So if you are like, for example, for job questions, you normally want to look for Stork because if you're looking for a promotion. So it's a mayoral election, primary election, not the main election. So having Stork in that reading would definitely tell me that that he is getting elevated or being propelled to the next election, next phase of the election. So these were the cards. I'm gonna move my camera a little bit here. There you go. So I had the child, which was represented of Zoran, and then dog means his loyal base. Will he win? Yes. I had moon, which was the reputation, like how people see him, and then Stork was the exit card, kind of like an outcome. But Lenormand is not read like tarot; they are read in pairs, and you can go back and check the reading on the reading that I posted last night. And see how it talks to each other. And the combination was key plus Stork, which basically says that yes, he will win and he will go to the next phase of this election. Now I'm going to show you the card that I got for Cuomo, and that basically confirmed that he is not going to win this election. The funny thing is that I had Stork in his spread as well. And then I'm going to show you the two other cards, which was Cloud, and I had, which was a very, that's why I didn't need to put any more cards down when I saw the first three cards, and I knew that he was done. I had Cloud, Coffin, and Stork. Coffin means coffin is a hard stop. It will never means it's not going to go to the next phase. So this basically means that his reputation is all cloudy and confused. Like there's a lot of confusions around him. People are not sure about him. So that puts a hard stop to advancing to the next phase. That's exactly how it reads. And the funny thing was, normally I look at the card that is on the bottom of the deck, and for Cuomo, the bottom of the deck card was child. Means I was talking about Zoran, because in Zoran's reading, child was him. So yeah, so that's how we read Lenormand, and this is how I knew that he is going to win and Cuomo is gonna be, I think his political career is over if you ask me. And so is kind of like the establishment Democrats. If they don't learn it, they're gonna really have a hard time getting through people unless they kind of like fix themselves. So that is that. So the other part, I would say that if you are starting to read Lenormand, I wouldn't recommend a deck that looks like this. This is Lustrous Lenormand by Ciro Marchetti. I think he has a couple of tarot decks that he does. I think he has 3 or 4 of them, and they kind of look kind of similar. He has kind of like this kind of an art style that he uses. But I can do a beginner tutorial on what kind of deck you should use when you're starting to read Lenormand, because it is not read like tarot. So it is a very different kind of fortune telling system. You can see that it's a playing card inset in here, so that means something, right? So these are all part of it, and I wouldn't recommend a deck like this. This is for more of an advanced readers deck, because you're not looking for visual clues in a Lenormand deck. Lenormand is like, no matter how that person has interpreted the image, it still is gonna be the same image in the context of the reading. So I can do a walkthrough and a recommendation of the decks that you can start using if you want to read Lenormand. And yeah, this is how I read on the New York mayoral election, and I guess I was pretty accurate. So normally of the election readings, I normally go to a system like Lenormand because it helps to like see things very clearly instead of tarot. If I want more layers and more information about like, okay, what are the things going on, what are the unseen stuff, then I would probably lay down a few tarot cards if the question or the answer is a little bit more unclear. But with Lenormand, I've always found that the answers are super clear and very to the point. So this is how I did the reading, and the part that I didn't post was Cuomo's cards because I thought it wasn't needed, because the reading was very on point that Mamdani is gonna win today. Okay, so that was it, and thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video, guys.